Mark Zuckerberg told The New Yorker the news source he definitely follows is TechMeme. So listen to the TechMeme Ride Home podcast, the podcast anyone in Silicon Valley listens to every day. In just 15 to 20 minutes, you get a rundown of what happened in the world of tech with all the headlines, context, commentaries, and tweets from all the biggest players. New episodes every day at 5 p.m. Eastern. Search your favorite podcast app for Ride Home and subscribe to the TechMeme Ride Home podcast.
Welcome to Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet, a podcast featuring real reviews written by people who just need the world to know what they think. Between you and me, I wanted to like this podcast, but I'd give it 0 stars if I could.
Hello and welcome to episode 128 of Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet, the podcast where we read the worst reviews in the most dramatic fashion. Hi, my name is Alex.
Hello, my name is Christine.
Hi.
I'm extremely excited for today's topic, Alexander.
Why?
Because it's so strange and special.
It really is, isn't it? I feel like I went down a couple of rabbit holes that no one asked for.
Went down the world's largest rabbit hole.
Oh!
That happens to be in...
Hope you came out with some reviews.
Arkansas. I was trying to come up with a state.
Oh, of where the world's largest rabbit hole is? Arkansas makes sense.
Couldn't come up with any other state.
No offense to most of the states we're going to read things from, but it seems like most of the world's largest are in places where no one wants to go.
Middle America,
There's
baby.
no reason to go there, except maybe to see the world's largest
Pencil.
I don't know.
This theme was suggested by Amanda. So thank you, Amanda. We got a lot of emails. We did not get a chance to use all of them, but we got a lot. So thank you, everybody. People took this very personally and had some very strong feelings about this, as do I. So I think, I don't know. Who wants to go first? I have a lot. Do you have a lot?
I think I have a lot. Mine are weird, though. Let me just go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
This first one is of the world's largest peanut.
Sorry. It's almost like every time you think you've heard the weirdest one, there's another weirdest one.
I know.
I didn't know such a thing existed. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get into it. There's some drama in here, but here, this is a review of the world's largest peanut in Durant, Oklahoma. This is by Billy, 3 stars. Well, I know I had seen the photo, so I knew already that it wasn't that big. But really? Largest peanut? This thing is only about 3 feet wide and sits atop a small wall of dedication. It's still pretty cool, but also kind of a letdown. End of review.
Wait, hang on. Is it a real peanut?
See, okay, here we go. So,
okay.
It is
That's the
a
drama.
casting of, not like of an actual peanut, but it's like a sculpture. Sorry.
Oh, so it's not even a casting
It
of
is
like
not even a casting.
the farmer's
yes.
largest.
No.
Oh.
So I wasn't aware of that.
Do you
So
know how stupid I am? I would have believed you if you said, "Oh yes, it is the world's largest peanut ever grown." I would have been like,
but listen, that's why I was
correct.
with this review. I was like, come on, you're saying a 3 foot long peanut isn't that big? Like that's a massive peanut. But then he's saying like the statue isn't that big, and I'm like, what? Let me look into this some more.
Yeah,
so
this needs some clarification.
I did my research. And
Also, don't say 3 foot long peanut anymore because it really starts a connotation that I don't think we want to end.
But there are other world's largest peanuts that are different lengths.
That's problematic.
It is. So I gotta say it. So here we go. So the claim here, and this is I found an article, 405 magazine, titled "The Case of the World's Largest Peanut." So
written by our newest intern who has no other choice but to write about this.
It was written by MJ Alexander, photos also by MJ Alexander in that article.
He's on the case.
Go check it out, but let me give you some highlights. So the peanut was unveiled Friday, November 15th, 1974. It is 3 feet long and 18 inches around. It's 50 pounds. It's made of aluminum, and it's dedicated to the Bryan County peanut growers and processors.
Oh, that's nice.
And the idea to
Alexander's allergic to peanuts. I don't know if we've
I'm
ever
not at
told
all.
you guys
I'm
that.
just struggling today. I just had my therapy intake appointment that was an hour longer than
Why
I
did
thought
we
it would
decide
be.
to record right after your
I don't
2-hour
know.
therapy intake?
I don't know.
That's a big mistake.
I got all of that stuff out, so I figured that I'd have room to
Some
talk
lighthearted
about
humor.
peanuts. Anyway, Olin Miller, who was a businessman and who chaired the Oklahoma Peanut Princess pageant.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
The Oklahoma Peanut Princess pageant. He was a chair of that.
I've never cared about something so much in my entire life.
I don't know if that's real. But
It
that's
has
what
to
it
be.
says.
It
I
has
believe.
to be. I'm
I believe
refusing
it.
to believe anything else.
So he's the guy who came up with the idea to put this peanut there to
course.
promote the town.
Certainly.
And so he contacted the Oklahoman, the newspaper, and said his plan, and they had an article titled "Goober to Put Durant on Map." And it said Durant had been known far and wide as the city with the awful Main Street traffic.
That's what I've always heard it
And
as.
then now that was exactly. So that was all they were known for, but then they wanted to be known for their
Look how far they've
largest
come.
peanut. The problem is this peanut does not even rank among the top 60 largest peanuts in the nation. In the
Durant.
nation, let alone the world.
Come on, Durant.
So I know I came to you with the world's largest peanut to start this theme, but it's not even that. But the person, Olin Miller, who came up with this idea, was actually was very self-aware and said, it may not be the biggest peanut in the world, but it sure is a monument to the biggest peanut. I don't know. I don't know how that makes it any better, but
Oh
anyway,
my
so yeah,
God.
it's not even in the top 60 largest peanuts in the nation.
Alexander.
Isn't that so sad?
Do they call it world's largest peanut? See,
Yes.
that's a little
It
bit.
literally, the statue is literally of a large 3-foot-long
It's
peanut,
really
and
not that
underneath
big.
in big letters it says "World's Largest Peanut."
Like the pedestal is larger than the actual peanut.
Oh, by far. And here are some other quote-unquote world's largest peanuts. There's one in Blakely, Georgia. It's an 8-foot stone monument declaring Early County as the largest peanut-producing center in the world, and it's topped by a carved peanut that is actually, it's approximately 3 feet long. So another one of the same size.
Mhm.
There's a 6-foot-tall vertical peanut in Floresville, Texas, that says, in loving memory of the Peanut King, Joe T. Sheehy,
Oh my.
who introduced the Spanish peanut to the region.
Sure.
I've learned so much about peanuts.
Yeah, really.
And then there's also a 6-foot-long horizontal peanut in Pearsall, Texas. Ashburn, Georgia has its own 10-foot-tall peanut.
Is that the biggest? Is there one that's arguably the biggest one?
The thing is, there are ones. So there's one that's a 12-foot. So in Plains, Georgia, there's a 12-foot tall peanut with a smile.
Disqualified. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that
Disqualified.
counts. So I don't know if there's actually a confirmed world's largest
I mean,
peanut.
I'll be honest. It's a little deceiving because you hear world's largest peanut and you think wow, a farmer grew this
Mhm.
massive peanut.
Mhm.
But I feel like making a big statue of it is not the same thing as the world. The
Yeah.
world's largest monument of a peanut,
Yeah.
maybe. But even the world's largest rocking chair is an actual rocking chair.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit
That's true.
disingenuous to
I
say.
I agree.
This
I
is me
agree.
getting in on the drama.
No,
you know?
it's there. It's a heated debate, and there's a lot of people on both sides of the argument. The people who are for saying that this is the world's largest peanut happen to all live in Durant, Oklahoma.
That is a weird coincidence.
It is a strange coincidence indeed. Yeah, because I'm not on their side though.
I'm sorry to say it, Durant, but it's not that I don't respect your pageantry. It's just that I just think it's a little disingenuous. That's all.
Yeah, and I'm upset with you. Durant.
Alexander's actually pretty upset.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I just looked at the first one I have and I completely forgot. This is how I was starting this. We got an email from Julie, who's a she, her pronouns. Thank you, Julie. It says, a town near where I grew up has a very controversial pecan.
Well, you'll be excited to hear what I have next.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What's happening?
My next one's a pistachio.
No way.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no.
Oh my God. Okay, well, it says, I don't have to say pecan, whatever. It has a very controversial pecan, so I immediately thought of it when you mentioned the topic for this week. The pecan in question is in Seguin, Texas. All right. Now here's a 1-star review by Doug. It's not the world's largest pecan. Brunswick, Missouri has the world's largest, and I do believe it's 13 tons. End of review.
I do declare.
So, of course, then I went looking, like you did, for some explanation for this drama. The name of the one that Julie was mentioning in Seguin, Texas, it's actually called the world's oldest largest.
Oh, they're taking two of these records.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to take two or saying we were the largest and therefore we're the oldest largest before the new largest showed up, like the original largest.
Oh, they're putting like a little like I don't know, like a modifier type of thing to so if anyone questions it, they're like, well, we're actually just the oldest largest.
Yeah. Like we were originally the largest until the new largest showed up. I'm not sure, but it's called the world's oldest largest pecan statue. And this is a 3-star review by Paula. It's made out of concrete. Thought it was ridiculous when I lived here. Just as silly now, in my opinion. End of review.
What would it else be made of? You think it's real?
Pecans. But that's what I'm saying. Again.
Yeah.
Unless this is
so you're saying it's disingenuous. Oh, because compared to like, say, the rocking chair, that's actually a chair that rocks.
Yeah, because okay, think about it. Like they have like world's largest pumpkin contest, and or like country.
Yeah, but those are fleeting.
They're fleeting, but
concrete lasts forever.
Okay, fair point.
Look on my works, ye mighty in despair.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, if there's the world's largest pumpkin, you can make a statue and say, look, this is a representation of like Farmer Fred's largest pumpkin ever farmed. Okay.
Yeah. I agree. If it's like something of a specific size, like
I feel like I could just put a bunch of sticks together and be like, it's the world's largest pecan.
Okay, do it. Then do it.
I might.
No, yeah, okay, I dare you. No, like that's the thing. These people put so much effort into creating. I disagree with the whole peanut thing because it was only 3 feet wide. But how big is this freaking pecan?
Doug says the other one's 13 tons.
13 million tons. Yeah,
13 million tons. But I don't really know how large the oldest largest is.
Oldest.
It is made of concrete though, which is ridiculous.
I looked up a picture, Christina. This thing is fucking large.
Which one?
The world's Seguin.
Seguin.
Sorry, thank you. Okay, it's pretty big.
At least you're right. At least that's impressive. A 3-foot peanut is not
okay, well,
like...
it's actually... Wait. They're like different ones that are different size, so I'm very confused about this whole Seguin thing.
They need to...
Oh, so this is the oldest largest, but the world's largest...
Is in Missouri? Is that right?
No, then they have world's largest in Seguin as well, and it's a different size.
That looks like a
confused.
Leberwurst.
Because then they have this little guy that's like not that big, like 4 feet wide or something. You know what? Yeah, maybe you're right. People of Seguin, Texas are really just not okay, and I'm not mad at them.
My favorite line ever in an email we've received is, a town near where I grew up has a very controversial pecan. Yeah. I think that's probably the funniest line we've ever received.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, thanks, Julie. All right, your turn.
Thank you, Julie. Next, as promised, I have a review of McGinn's Pistachio Land - World's Largest Pistachio. It's in Alamo Gordo, New Mexico.
I can't believe we both started with 3.
Francisca was there when I was researching these, and I was giggling, and she was like, because she saw what I was doing with the peanut, and then I was giggling when I found the pistachio, and she was like, "Are you laughing because you've only found nuts so far?" And I'm like, "No, but yes."
But now I am. Little did you know I was ever here giggling about the world's largest pecan. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a review by Blair, 2 stars. We took a tour of their pistachio farm, and on the tour guide, who is the partner of the main guy who owns the business, proudly revealed to us how whenever they see a rabbit or other creatures on their farm, they load them up into cannons, like the ones you shoot t-shirts out of,
What?
and try to hit this metallic roof with them as they are shooting them out of their farm. I understand that unwanted animals in a farm can be detrimental to crops. However, I do believe that there are more humane ways of dealing with them than shooting them out of a cannon and proudly joking about it, especially when there are kids on the tours. The tour was fine otherwise. You get a nice explanation of how to grow pistachios and make wine. The pistachios themselves tasted fine. In my opinion, the best ones are just the normal salted and roasted ones. End of review.
Tell me there's a response.
There is an owner
Thank
response.
the Lord. You're going to traumatize me.
Thank you for visiting. We certainly do nothing of the sort.
Okay, thank God. First of all, I was like, you never know with some of these small towns.
True.
No offense, but sometimes people have weird hobbies. Oh, I'm relieved. Okay. Oh my God.
Squirrels and rabbits would be tough to catch, let alone place inside a cannon.
Yeah, the only reason we don't do it is for logistics. Otherwise.
Because, here we go, the cannon is not the sort that shoots out anything. It is a propane cannon set on a timer which makes noise to scare away blackbirds from eating nuts in the trees. We also use owl statues to scare off birds. There is also just one sole owner of the farm, no partners. The tour is a great way to learn how we farm and harvest pistachios and wine grapes, and we are glad you enjoyed it. And the roasted and salted are certainly still the best-selling flavor. End of response. So there are canon type of things,
Don't
but
worry.
they're just meant to make
But like,
noise.
then you really wonder, like, where did this person? I mean, maybe they joked about it. Like, I can see somebody joke, but also you kind of read that. I feel like as the owner, and you're like, where did they get this idea that they're like multiple partners who run the farm? Like,
That's what I'm thinking.
just
Like,
wonder where you
who's
get this-
giving this tour? Like, was it actually a guided
Yeah, it
tour, or
sounds
was it
like-
just some stranger who popped by to try to like
who
mess
charges
with people?
half price, and it's like a knockoff tour, and like,
Yeah.
what's that cannon? We put rabbits in it. I mean, what?
Like, I expect next season of like Nathan For You to have him like giving a tour at this place, and he's talking about how he shoots animals out of cannons.
This is the
just to make
new-
it seem more interesting.
Do you guys watch that show? You should. I feel like I want to reference it very often, but I feel like it's pretty niche of
Well,
a show.
hey, then the people who do watch it get it and
They
are
get
like, huh, like we're hip.
Yeah, then again, I once called you the Wizard of Loneliness, and you like completely didn't get it, so that made me feel really awkward.
I hadn't watched it in a while.
Okay, here we go. This is actually an email from Julia, and who wrote Julia, she, her, shefer. So all three pronouns, all three. I was gonna say all three important pronouns, and then I was like,
yeah, maybe
no.
you shouldn't say that.
No. Julia says, hello, fellow lunatic left-wing liberal losers. It turns out Ohio is home to the world's largest horseshoe crab and its owner, Harrison G., who personally thanks each person who leaves a Google review. I hope
That's
I hope this brings you as much wholesome joy as it did me. So this is in, I believe, not Harrison, that's his name. Oh my God, if I type in world's largest on my Google browser now, there's like 16 different things. Sorry, Highland County in Hillsboro, Ohio. It's about an hour east of us.
Okay.
So just mark
Good to know.
your calendar. Okay. So I have a couple here that she sent in. I'm going to read a few here. This is a 5-star review by Chloe. Sometimes roadside attractions are best seen while driving. The horseshoe crab is large enough that its sheer size is best experienced at a distance. There isn't anywhere to park to take in the crab's glory, but if you find a place to pull off on the road, there is a very small display inside the crab under the table. There's also a sign outside the crab noting that it is among the top 5 roadside attractions, but fails to give any perspective. Top 5 where? The US? Ohio? Hillsboro? The possibilities are endless, but it is worth a drive-by no matter the case. So that was a positive review. Most of these are positive, but
Yeah.
they do just give some context for the ones that are not so positive.
Well, like that one, there's a plaque or something inside the crab?
Underneath it. You have to go underneath.
What? How big is this horseshoe
It's pretty
crab?
big. Like, let me show you.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, Google world's largest horseshoe crab.
What?
It's huge, Alexander.
Well, how come when I start Googling that, it autocorrects to Twilight Eclipse?
Wait, what? What do
It
you
says
mean?
world's largest horseshoe crab, Twilight Eclipse.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, why does it do that? A t-shirt... Oh, a world's largest horseshoe crab t-shirt was included in the t-shirt quilt given to Bella by her mother in the movie Eclipse from the Twilight Saga. That's hilarious.
Listen, do you know something?
That's so funny.
Harrison G is a genius.
That is some marketing.
His
right
marketing
there.
is
Holy
top
shit.
notch. He got his horseshoe crab into freaking Twilight.
That's impressive.
Damn.
That is quite large.
It's huge, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry.
Why,
I just
though?
Googled it and all I see is, we just call him Krabby, said Pastor Jim. This is the most Ohio thing I've ever heard.
It even says on the sign, rated top 5 roadside attractions, and then underneath, as seen in blockbuster movie Twilight Eclipse.
No, it says that on the sign.
On the sign.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I really don't understand what... Oh my god, there's like a picnic table underneath the horseshoe crab.
So now I have something very important to read to you.
What?
This is from roadsideamerica.com.
Uh-huh.
A creationist church and a monster crab may seem like a blasphemous union, but not to Pastor Jim.
Uh-oh.
The fossils found of the horseshoe crab are the same as they appear in the waters today, he said. The crab never evolved, so the creation account must be true. In other words, Krabby is a jumbo-sized way of saying, naturally select this, Mr. Darwin.
Christina.
Pastor Jim. Wait, ready?
This is... To
Okay.
him, this is evidence that evolution isn't real. The horseshoe
Yes.
crab. Oh my
This
god!
giant one. Also, Alexander, whoever wrote this article is a journalistic genius and deserves a Pulitzer, because listen to this next paragraph. Quote, trilobites are the ancestor to the horseshoe crab, countered Lori Risch, executive director of the Beringer Crawford Museum, which we visited the next day. But despite her disagreement, she enjoyed the idea of Krabby.
No.
So they went to another museum of science
Yes.
and had a scientist counter with trilobite information, but also still appreciate Krabby.
Well, how could you not?
How could you
How
not?
could you not? That's hilarious.
This
Aw.
is really incredible. So anyway, I didn't really realize how dramatic this crab is, but that does give you a little more context. So anyway,
Like, you'd think, like, the drama I've brought to the table is about peanuts, and I thought there'd be, like, now you're telling me all this, and I'm surprised we don't have much more drama, to...
about the peanuts?
no, about the horseshoe crab.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there. Oh, you're right. It was
You
pretty
know what I
calm.
mean, though?
There wasn't like much. From what I could tell, there wasn't much back and forth. Just seemed to like some friendly disagreement. Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
It seems very calm instead of like, my peanut is bigger than yours. Maybe because in this case, no one in the world is going to say, I have a larger horseshoe crab than you.
Yeah, that's true. It is less of a I don't know, less of something you think you'd try to brag about.
We
in
should
your
we
county?
should create our own and say that it's proof of evolution somehow, and like
That's
make a
incre-
bigger one.
We'll just make a trilobite.
We'll make the world's largest trilobite
Be
and
like,
say
this is
it's
proof.
of evolution. We'll put it in Hillsboro.
That's amazing. I think that's actually a great idea.
Okay, I'm looking at land.
Yeah,
in
property
Hillsboro.
search. Yeah, see if anything's available. Okay, this is a 4-star review
Mhm.
of the horseshoe crab, world's largest horseshoe crab. Interesting. Response from owner. Hello, Christopher. Thanks for taking the time to stop by and see the world's largest horseshoe crab. I am happy you found it interesting. Hope to see you again, Harrison G.
Nice, Harrison.
And let's see. This time, okay. So here's a 5-star review by Sarah. So cool. Owner Ben and neighbor Harrison, very nice, welcoming, and informative. Response from owner. Hello, Sarah. It was so nice to meet you. I had a good time talking to you. I am glad you enjoyed the capital C crab. Come again, and this time bring your mom to see it.
Wink, wink.
Harrison G. 5 stars by Lori. They have an RC vending machine. Super nice people. Response from owner. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you like the RC vending machine. Harrison G.
At first, I thought it meant like remote control, like you could get RC cars or something. But it's
That's like your childhood
RC
experience of
Cola,
RC,
right?
RC Cola. Ready? 5 stars by Greg. Strange. Response from owner. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay.
Harrison G. 3 stars by Tonio. This is when we get a little more critical. This thing is huge. There is no doubt this is the biggest. Only one problem. If you could put a spotlight on it at night, that would be great. Response.
Why do you want to go at night?
Good question. Response. Also, if you're going at night, you'd think you have some nefarious activities you don't want a spotlight for, but whatever. Response from owner. Okay, I want to point out, Tonio's 3-star review was 4 years ago.
Okay.
And now this response from owner is 2 years old. Hello, thanks for stopping by. We did take your suggestion into consideration because we do have a spotlight on the crab now.
Oh.
You can now see it at night. Hope you get to stop by soon to see it again. Harrison G.
great.
I mean,
I like
he
that.
is involved.
I like that.
Let's see. I only have a couple more here. 3 stars. Too big to eat. Brain exploding emoji. Sticking out tongue. Silly emoji. Response from owner. Dear Scott, well, if you boiled, maybe you yourself could eat it all. Maybe. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, that made my heart happy.
I know, and it's a 3-star review, so
Yeah,
kind
it's not
of
even
rude.
that positive. It's just obnoxious.
Kind
But
of obnoxious.
what a sweet response.
I have one more for you here. 2 stars by Sammy. It's a weird roadside attraction with no place to pull over or park to actually see it. We parked in a guy's driving. He was very kind and told us the entire history of the horseshoe crab and how it came to rest in its current location.
What? Wait.
It swam.
Excuse me? What how old is this crab?
Actually,
Was
I
it
don't know.
Is it millennia old and it's just been
Sinner, there's no such thing as evolution. It's the same crab.
it's the same exact
How
crab.
much more does Pastor Jim need to explain to you?
Wait, what? What kind of journey did this crab go? I'm so
Probably quite a journey. I don't know. Maybe we could do a bonus Patreon episode just on the crab because there is a lot of information that I don't feel like everybody needs to hear right now. But it looks like there's a lot more I could find.
Okay.
And here's a response from owner. Hi. Yes, that was my driveway you parked in. Sorry that we couldn't get a higher rating, but I am very pleased that you enjoyed my history lesson.
Oh,
Harrison G. So that is the world's largest horseshoe crab. Thank you, Julia.
Christina, wait, I was really happy by this, and then I'm like, wait, we live an hour away.
By the way, we also live less than an hour away from the Creation Museum. So we're in a
do? Is it that close?
Yeah, we're in a
Jesus.
pickle. We're in a pickle.
No. Oh no.
Let's see.
I was sensing a disturbance in my way of thinking lately.
It's
be
like
the crab in the Creation
the
Museum.
vibes are getting to you. Okay, let's see. Creation Museum. Wow, 8,338 reviews, 4.5 stars.
4.5.
Yep. That's because it costs like $30 to get in. So
so-
if you're going for a reason, is my
True.
guess. Alexander,
Huh.
take a guess how many minutes it would take us to drive there right now if we just stopped recording and drove to the Creationist Museum.
45.
28.
What?
That's how close it is.
Where the fuck is it? What town is it?
Looks like smack dab middle of nowhere. It's it's a little west of Hebron.
Really?
Yeah, Idlewild.
What? That's it?
Yeah.
Holy
Actually,
shit!
it's really close.
It's like northern. I did not know.
I thought it was south, actually.
I'm so
but
confused. Okay.
It's very it's like near the Indiana border, apparently.
cool. I mean, not cool. Cool. Not cool. I don't know. Oh, it's on the way to Lawrenceburg Speedway. If we're
We did go there one time, yeah.
Yeah.
We could do a pit stop. Get
Okay.
it? Okay.
I do. Yikes.
This
Yikes.
is you're right. It's upsetting the balance. I don't
Yeah,
feel
I don't
great
feel- I
right
don't
now.
feel
Maybe
good.
you should read something else about another legume if you have
Okay.
it.
I don't have any legumes, but
Okay.
what I do have. We want to tell you about Green Chef. Green Chef is the first USDA certified organic meal kit company. Enjoy clean ingredients you can trust, seasonally sourced for peak freshness. Green Chef's vegan and vegetarian recipes are high in plant proteins and rich in omega-3s, something, as a vegan, that's very important to me.
Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there is something for everyone. I like switching between the brands. Some weeks I'm feeling Green Chef, some weeks I'm feeling a little HelloFresh. And now our listeners can enjoy both brands at a discount with us. Green Chef is really simple to use. It makes cooking at home easy, and no matter if it's Blaze or me cooking dinner, we love just getting our Green Chef and making something healthy.
So go to greenchef.com/90sandy and use code 90sandy to get $90 off, including free shipping.
That's greenchef.com/90sandy and use code 90sandy to get $90 off, including free shipping.
I found an incredible website you just have to check out. Nuts.com is the best-kept secret of savvy snackers across the country. It's the simple and convenient way to have nutritious, delicious, healthy nuts, dried fruit, flowers, grains, and so many other high-quality foods delivered straight to your door. They have over 4,000 products to choose from, like white chocolate toffee cashews, bourbon pecans, crystallized ginger, and my personal favorite, honey sesame sticks. Nuts.com isn't just for nut lovers, it's your one-stop online pantry shop. They have an incredible variety available, including candies, dried fruits, and pantry items like baking mixes, pasta, and more. Get fresher products than the supermarket with Nuts.com. New Nuts.com customers get free shipping on your first order when you text podcast to 64,000. So, text podcast to 64,000 to get free shipping on your first order from Nuts.com. That's podcast to 64,000. Term supply available at Nuts.com/terms.
I have a review of the world's largest rocking chair, as we discussed.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so this is in Casey, Illinois.
It's actually pronounced Casey.
You're really good today. You're on it.
Thank you.
Casey, Illinois. Thank
I've been
you.
there. That's why.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you went to this.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you all about it soon.
Okay, good. Well,
Don't worry.
Well, I'm going to tell you what Frank has to say. This is a 2-star review. Passed by it while working in the area. Forgive me if I missed the point, but to each their own. If this kind of stuff pumps your nads, I say give it a shot. End of review.
What was he working in the area for? I'm sorry.
Pumping nads.
Somebody who says pumping nads who has no idea what's going on with this town, because the whole point of the town is that they have like the largest everything.
Yeah.
Do you know that about Casey?
No, I didn't know that, but okay.
It's,
so
Blaze told me yesterday it's called like the world's largest small town in America or something. They have like, I have a list of things, so don't look it up yet.
I won't.
But I do wonder if he was there to work on like the world's largest clogs. Like, what was he there to work for or work on?
I found him.
Uh-huh.
He's
Excellent.
a field investigator. I don't know what that means.
Probably sounds more dramatic than it actually is.
He's a field investigator at insurance company. So insurance claims.
Uh-oh.
So
Can
he's
you
out.
imagine the kind of insurance claims
Yep.
at the world's largest crochet needles?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That must have been it. I bet he's got lots of business in that area.
Wow.
All these insurance claims at the world's largest blah blah blahs.
That's, you know what? That sounds familiar. That's like what happened when I worked at the PI company. We'd send out field investigators to check out claims of workers' comp and all that kind of business.
Yeah.
And insurance.
And you'd pump each other's nads.
Stop it. Okay. I have now for you world's largest golf tee in Casey, Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like I've heard of it. I didn't know they were in the same spot.
They are. So, Alexander,
Oh.
Blaze and I have been to Casey, Illinois. We went with Gio.
Okay.
And this was on our way to California. No, it must have been
Why else would you
No,
be
you
going
know what?
west?
just for fun. No. We were out working there.
Investigating.
Investigating. No, sorry. Maybe we didn't go with Gio. I'm trying to remember. Because when we drove with Gio, weren't we with you? No.
I have
Doesn't matter.
no
Blaze and I
memory.
went one time, I believe, with Gio. This was also this town actually was also recommended by Holly in an email. So according to TravelAwaits.com, the town of about 3,000 boasts some of the world's largest attractions, larger-than-life items created by local Jim Boland to help attract visitors to his community. So here's a list of some of the world's largest that are in Casey, Illinois. Largest golf tee, world's largest pitchfork, world's largest mailbox, world's largest rocking chair, world's largest knitting needles, world's largest crochet hook, and of course the world's largest wooden shoes.
Does he just walk around his house like, what's my next project? Like, I can't imagine there's any other way to do this. They're so, like, non-specific. Like, literally just a golf tee. Just
Oh, they also have, I said the mailbox. Yeah, you can actually mail stuff from the mailbox.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the rocking chair actually is like a large, you can climb into it.
Really?
Which makes you wonder if that's what the insurance claim was about.
Ooh, good point.
And it was under construction when we went. But we went to see the world's largest wind chimes.
Oh, was that in Casey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, here's the world's largest golf tee
That sounds
review.
really obnoxious.
What does?
The world's largest wind chimes.
Don't worry, people had a lot of opinions.
Like, you get the most annoying thing ever invented, and then you want to. Your thought is, let's make the
Mega
world's
size.
largest version of this.
Let's supersize it. Okay, this is a 2-star review of the world's largest golf tee by Mark. It's located on the golf course, which makes sense. Maybe if you really like golf, this would mean more to you. I just thought it was boring and looked like a telephone pole shaped into a golf tee. Which, like, I guess that's literally what it is, right?
I mean,
a wooden...
golf tees, okay, you can make them out of all sorts of stuff, but like a wooden tee
Yeah.
is literally just a piece of wood,
Yeah.
much like a telephone pole, that is shaped into a T.
Yeah, okay, just making sure
So
I
like,
understood that correctly.
I don't understand why that's a complaint when it's like, you could say that about like
Precisely.
a chair. It's like, wow, that looks like a stump of wood
It
shaped
looks like
into a chair.
A bunch of telephone poles connected together that you can sit on. Okay. I just thought it was boring and looked like a telephone pole shaped into a golf tee. I do think it was fascinating that it took 60 pounds of glue and 120 pounds of screws to construct. My favorite part was the Bible verse included on it.
Oh my god.
Psalm 103, verse 11. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him. End of review.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
So we're sensing a pattern, aren't we, that a lot of these world's largest kind of have a tendency to have some Christian undercurrents.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's like the American, like, we want the biggest thing. America, also there's God. I don't
I don't
really
understand it. I don't know why it has to be a religious thing.
know. But it has to be.
But it has to
be
be.
clear.
No, of course. Yeah, I did see that complaint with the rocking chair reviews.
Did you?
Someone
So
said,
that must
why does
have
there
it
have
too,
to be
then.
a Bible quote? What?
So this Jim Bolin must put it on all
yeah, it
the-
must be a gym thing.
Yeah. Classic
You
Jim.
know. So next, I have world's largest ball of twine. Do you know where that is?
There are two.
What?
There are two.
Good answer. Good answer.
I got it.
Yeah, you did. There are two.
One's in Minnesota.
Correct. Darwin, Minnesota.
Darwin. Wow.
You're
Now,
an expert on this.
this-
You came this.
You guys, I have a
this is the first time ever that I feel like less prepared in an episode. Not saying I'm like always
ouch.
more prepared, but like I don't know. I feel like we're usually in the same boat.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I think
But you're just like every little thing is just like you're like I know. I'm like,
How's-
oh my god.
but how sad that of all themes, this is the one that I feel like confident and prepared about. Like, I mean, there are so many I could have come prepared about, like government building. No, nothing actually useful. Just like Middle America fun facts. I guess it's all those road trips we've taken. I don't know.
And the Bible verses and stuff.
And all the biblical elements.
that stuff attracts you.
And I live in Kentucky now. It's
There you
just
go.
kind of all
It just-
fits together like a tornado.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
I was going to say something. Darwin. I mean, think about that.
I was thinking a lot about that.
Good. Glad.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Because yeah, it's proof that Darwin is
Big fat liar.
big fat liar
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So here is a
It's
review
a
of
false prophet. Is what I
false
just said.
prophet. Yeah. World's largest ball of twine in Darwin, Minnesota. This is by Scott, 1 star. Largest is in Cocker City, Kansas. So now you know where the other one is.
Right.
And this is the Scott. I checked Scott's profile. Scott had written 5 reviews. 4 reviews were in Kansas.
Sorry.
One was in Minnesota.
No.
And the only thing
That's-
reviewed outside of Kansas was of the world's largest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Wow.
Just to say that it's not the real one.
Wow. He takes this very seriously.
And I saw that and was like, let me check out the one in Kansas.
Isn't Cocker City spelled with like a W?
CAWKER.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened in the last 24 hours that my brain just like
You've
soaked
just
everything
really
up.
soaked all this stuff.
Because I've forgotten a lot of other important things and replaced it apparently
Yeah.
with all this information.
Well, earlier you talked about the. What were you talking about? The PK,
I have no idea.
lots of things. What was it that was?
Horseshit crabs.
They had the oldest, largest.
Oldest largest.
So it's like a different name for it. In this case, like Cocker City.
Can I guess?
What? No, it's the same.
Oh, but there was another title that I saw for this one.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'll get to that. But
Okay.
on Google, on like Google Maps and stuff,
Oh, it just
world's
says-
largest ball of twine.
I
They
see.
both say the exact same
See, that's
thing.
very,
same heading.
again, confusing and slightly disingenuous.
Yes.
Unless
and-
they're exactly the same size, but then I guess they still wouldn't necessarily be the largest.
True.
Be
Exactly.
tied.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's tough.
Then
but
I would just toss one string onto it.
considering they can't even like measure them accurately now, like because they're so big,
That's true.
like it's tough. I don't know.
You just
There's-
kinda gotta-
They were like estimated weight in 2014
That's true,
was
estimated.
this, and it's like, well. Anyway, so here's Henry's review of the one in Cocker City, Kansas. 1 star.
And this
It's
is
a
the
different
same-
person. No,
oh.
different person. 1 star. Well, this in not even a ball of twine. It should be called the biggest clump of twine. The real biggest ball of twine is in Minnesota. End of review.
Okay.
So of course I went to Henry's profile, and guess what? Henry
my
only
God.
reviews things in Minnesota,
These two are
except
mortal.
for this one review in
Yeah.
Kansas.
They're mortal enemies,
The-
these two.
Yeah, the difference though here is Henry actually gave the world's largest ball of twine in Minnesota a 5-star rating. Didn't leave a review,
Oh, I
but
see.
actually supported his local one.
Did the other guy not?
No. Yeah.
Oh, man.
No.
He just went to sabotage the other one.
Exactly. So then
Wow.
I looked up the fucking Wikipedia page because I'm like, I got to get to the bottom of this.
Of course you do.
And there are 2 different. Do you want to now
I thought you were
talk
going to say
about
two
the
guys.
2 different like
Oh.
ways of classifying the 2? There are 2 different ways they do it.
Yeah, I believe from what I remember that Cocker City Ball of Twine is the largest created by one man. No? Oh,
No.
other way around?
Other way around.
Oh, damn it.
But you got it. You got like the idea.
One of them is the largest
Yes.
created by one man.
So the Cocker City, Kansas one is the largest ball of sisal twine built by a community. Is in
Mm.
Cocker City, Kansas.
Got it.
Because Frank Stober created a ball that had 1.6 million feet of twine, had an 11-foot diameter, and then he died in 1974. And then Cocker City started hosting a twine-a-thon where they add more twine to the ball as a community.
Do they also have a pageant? Because that would be excellent. The twine
Probably.
pageant. I want to be the twine princess.
The Twine Princess.
Aw.
By 2006, the twine ball had reached 17,886 pounds. 2013, its weight was estimated at 19,973 pounds. In 2014, ball measured 41.42 feet in circumference. So, and it's still growing. So that's where it's
Oh, no.
kind of crazy. So it's still growing. But then there's the largest ball of sisal twine built by a single person, and that was rolled by Francis A. Johnson. It's 12 feet in diameter and weighs 17,400 pounds.
Can you imagine if someone came along and was like, "Oh, I'll help," and it like ruined his record?
everything.
Because now it's now a communal effort.
The town celebrates Twine Ball Day on the 2nd Saturday in August every year.
Incredible.
Yeah, and there's also a museum. It was the long-standing holder of the biggest ball of twine title in the Guinness Book of World Records, holding the title from its completion in 1979 until 1994, and was referenced by Weird Al Yankovic in his 1989 song "The Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota," which is quite on the nose. But here we go, though. There is more. There's the heaviest twine ball in Lake Nebagamon. I don't know. The heaviest ball of twine is supposedly there. And then there's the largest nylon twine ball in Branson, Missouri.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Which one's the one Logan went to?
Christina, he probably went to all of them. No, I think the
I was
Kansas
wondering
one.
that. I feel like
I don't know,
Yeah,
actually.
I feel like it's really out of the way to go to Minnesota on most road trips from our neck
True,
of the woods.
true.
But I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty, like, if you're going up there, you're probably just going there for Minnesota, nothing else. So
for
true.
the twine ball. Yeah.
For the twine ball. That's the twine
Incredible.
situation.
I just love those two guys who are clearly just like battling it out on Google Maps. Oh,
I
my
love
God.
when I have a reason to look into their history.
Oh, it's the best. And they're just so, it's like they didn't even hide it, you know?
No way.
Okay. I now have a review. Okay. So Blaze and I saw the world's largest wind chime and I rang it.
Nice. That
and
sounds
I do
obnoxious.
now remember Gio being there because I remember thinking, this might not end well. Please hold on to him, please. Rang the world's largest wind chime. Rang it? I don't know if that's the right word.
Chimed it?
Chimed it?
Mm-hmm.
Blew on it? No. that didn't work.
Okay, I was going to say.
And also, we saw the world's largest wooden shoes. Unfortunately, the world's largest rocking chair was under construction, which sucks because it looks really cool.
Was it like covered or like you could see it? You just couldn't
I
sit
think
in it?
it was in a different part of town or something, and they were like, "Oh, it's not
Okay.
available for
Or it just wasn't
human
memorable.
consumption." It's pretty memorable. I
Did you
like
say
what-
human consumption?
maybe,
Okay.
but like,
Is that something you can do now?
chew on it,
I don't, yeah. I don't
maybe.
know.
But there's
Would it, like, if you chew enough on it, like, how much do you have to chew before it's no longer the world's largest?
then it'll be the world's largest
On?
chewed up rocking chair.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the world's largest wind chimes. 1 star by Wanda, and this might answer some of your questions.
We'll see. I've got lots of them.
Also, I just like thinking about it now that her name, I didn't change her name because it's just too good. Her name is Wanda. Okay, just remember that. 1 star by Wanda. As a lover of wind chimes, it was toneless. Pulled hard and got 1 chime. Gift shop has no selection of chimes. I hope to add to my chime collection. Good place to stretch legs. End of review.
Honestly, I think they're doing a great service to the community by not offering wind chimes in their store.
Full-on wind. Oh, in the store. Can you
Yeah.
imagine having to work there as a summer job, living in Casey, Illinois?
No, not at all.
I feel like you draw straws. Like, I get to work at the rocking chair. I get to work, like, there's only so many jobs, and they're all related to
like,
these.
do you have to, like, what do you do? Oh, God, the wind chime. I can't stand it.
I did ring it, and it really just does sound like a gong. Like,
Yeah, because
bong.
it's too like. What
'Cause
do you
it's-
do? Like start like get the
You
momentum.
can't really
and go
shake
dun, 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 dun,
them.
It's just like. That's
Yeah, they're
awful.
so big that, like, you can only, like, basically
Yeah.
ring one. But it does sound like and people were upset about that. And I was like, why would you want...
People are wild.
It's cool enough that you can ring the world's largest wind chime. Who cares that it sounds like a gong instead of a
Seriously.
chime? Anyway, apparently Wanda does because she is a lover of wind chimes. And she really hoped to... By the way, can you imagine being Wanda's neighbor? What a nightmare. She's a lover of wind chimes with an extensive wind chime collection. Oh, Lord. That must be quite a neighborhood. Anyway,
I hate that.
yep.
I hate that.
That's Wanda.
Oh, Wanda. My last one, actually. I don't know how many more you have, but this is an email from Jenna. She, her. The subject says, "World's tallest filing cabinet."
I saw that subject and I was so hoping you
Yeah.
would read it. I hadn't read it.
And the body says, "It's a thrilling feat of office engineering."
That's incredible.
And it really is. Like, it's...
Is it functional?
I think so.
That's cool.
I don't. It's maybe, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I think so. It looks like it. But basically, it's 38 drawers high.
Whoa.
It's quite tall. It's quite. I think it looks quite cool. It's like an art piece. And it's made of 38 drawers, with each one representing the number of years of paperwork that the artist accumulated while working on a local street project.
So
Bren
cute.
Alvarez is the name of the artist.
Brent?
Bren, Bren.
Okay.
While Alvarez's piece proudly claims to be the tallest filing cabinet on Earth, it's unclear if that is actually the case, since other works of art also claim the title. There's always something like this. Unless you do something like horseshoe crab, then
Yeah, you gotta
no
be
one's gonna care.
Real specific.
Yeah. Alvarez built the tower titled File Under, So Co Waiting for ...
Wait, what? Say again?
I don't know what SO, it's like SO dot. Okay, so file under SO period CO period comma waiting for ... is the name.
So it
of-
must be like office terminology
stuff.
that you and I don't understand.
we're podcasters. It's a comment on bureaucratic delays building the Southern Connect. Oh, sorry, the Southern Connector. That's what. Maybe
Yeah,
I should just like finish the
We're
sentence
podcasters.
before
We don't
I start reading
understand
it.
office terminology.
Yikes! File under Southern Connector waiting for. A roadway intended to connect Interstate 89 to downtown Burlington. This is in Vermont, by the way.
So it's in where?
Burlington, Vermont.
This sounds so Vermont that he's making a commentary on
yeah.
like construction and capitalism.
And 51 years later, that project, the Southern Connector, now called the Champlain Parkway, is still in bureaucratic limbo.
See?
So, hey.
Oh my god, he really knew what he was getting into.
Yeah. So anyway, let me get into this. So I do have a review. This is by Steven 1 star. When arriving on the premises, I was tragically disappointed to find a
Pelican?
At first I was just going to read it normally because I didn't notice that it was spelled so poorly. Pellicular instead of peculiar.
That is really quite a word.
Mm-hmm. But I was tragically disappointed to find a I can't even do it. Pellicular.
I've never heard that before. It's so good.
Disappointed to find a pellicular high-rise of rusty boxes full of nothing but my own lack of will to live.
Whoa.
End of review.
Holy crap,
Yeah.
buddy.
It's their only review, so...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's dark.
Yeah.
Vermont.
I mean, a lot of people were basically like, this is just really sad. This is really... Like, they
It
were
does
just not into it.
It sounds cool, like, in theory, and then if you hear about it and the meaning, it's kind of like a bummer.
Yeah.
Like bureaucracy.
Especially, like, if you work one of these it's like that, like, the whole Office Space kind of... Have you seen Office Space?
I saw part of Office Space.
It's like that whole thing of just, like, the monotony of the workplace.
Yeah. 9 to
just
5,
the capitalist system and
life.
shit. And it's just... I mean, it's, like, literally, like,
Whoa, that
rusty,
is
like, cabinets.
not what I pictured. You guys, okay, it is, like, skinny. I was
Yeah.
picturing, like, a massive...
Oh, no.
Like a filing cabinet, but like oversized. But this is just like
It's like real filing cabinet.
stacked on
But
top
just
of each
stacked.
other. Oh, that is weirdly dark looking.
Yeah, and it's just, like, in a field.
that is, and it's like rusty.
Uh-huh.
That's a real bummer.
Yeah, and apparently graffitied now. Oh, yeah, so here's this must be an updated image. There are, like, stickers on it. People have graffitied
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's
a
like,
real bummer.
got, like, turned into, a life of its own. It seems more
I mean, it's
colorful
cool,
now.
but it is a bummer because in my head I was like, cool, maybe you can like put giant paperwork in it and climb into. No, it's not like a big wide filing cabinet.
Mm-mm.
Wow, what a bummer. All right, well, I also have one more.
Oh, perfect.
Actually, it's a redemption. So ending on a redemption.
Thank goodness.
This makes a lot of sense now why I knew that. This is what I wrote. World's largest ball of twine, not to be confused with the world's largest ball of twine by one man. So apparently I had already written that down. This is a 5-star review by Vince. A stark monument to the short and passing nature of our lives. End of review.
Excuse me?
Listen, I don't know. He was a local guide.
Wait, this is of the ball of twine? Like,
Yeah.
maybe if it were of the
filing
filing cabinets?
Yeah.
This
Stark.
person is... They probably say that about anything. They see a traffic cone
Wow.
and then read it for me. I forget the words, but they see a traffic cone and what do they
Hey,
say?
honey. They say, hey, honey, kids, look at that traffic cone. Doesn't that look like such a stark monument to the short and passing nature of our lives? Dad, my friends in the car, stop.
Like, weirdly, you could probably say that about almost anything.
It is weirdly fitting for most anything in the world.
Yeah.
A stark monument is quite...
I say that when I look in the mirror.
Yeah, I know. It's actually a little bit of... That's why I took all the mirrors out of my house. I was so tired of you running around saying that all the time.
Like, the recordings on the 3rd floor, and there were mirrors all the way up, and each one I saw, I had to stand in front of and stand there and stare and say, what a stark monument to the fleeting passage of time. I have no idea
That's
what
pretty
it was.
good.
Something like that.
It's pretty good. Your take on it is pretty good. Short and passing nature, but fleeting time is also good.
Well, short and passing nature
Of our lives.
of our lives. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a little dramatic. Just a little bit. So that's that. That's the last one I have too for the theme.
I was excited to end on a good note, but
Sorry.
hopefully the challenge comes through.
I mean, apparently he really appreciates that it's a stark monument, you know? Like maybe he's just
True,
one of those
okay.
emo kids and just
True.
really believes like that is what true art really is. Can you imagine though everyone's at the ball of twine like with popsicles like on a road trip and he's just like kind of crying. Man, beautiful. Okay.
Fucking scary. I would not think if I saw that man crying
get in
and
the
saying
car.
those things, I would not say, "Oh wow, this is such a beautiful moment." I'd be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Well, I'm saying the guy would be saying. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
okay. I was like, Christina,
That you would be
there's
saying.
nothing beautiful
The
about
guy-
that scene.
The full-grown man crying at the ball of twine.
Like,
No.
don't get me wrong. I'm a crier. I love to cry, but like, if you're shouting these things at the ball of twine, like it did something
front of
wrong to
families.
you, like,
Oh,
oh
my
my god.
No, like he would be so moved that he'd be crying.
Yeah, by this ball of twine that he
I-
thinks is a sign of his life being wasted or something.
I don't know
like,
why I'm explaining it further
stop
to you.
wasting your time crying at a ball of twine.
All right.
Sorry, we like have definitely put a lot into this person that what is not evident at first. Like it still isn't evident. We just created the backstory.
Ugh.
This person, if they are out there listening and wrote this review, are like, man, I wrote this as a joke. like now they're
fucking
treating me like
lighten up, you guys. All right.
Truly though, that review is a stark monument to
It's a Stark monument for sure.
blah blah blah.
If anything is a Stark monument, it's Vince's 5-star review. Okay.
I have PenFed, that's a fact.
I have PenFed, that's a fact.
My credit card purchases get me cash back.
My credit card purchases give me cash back.
No one else gets these rewards.
Sergeant, that is just plain untrue.
What in tarnation?
Sir, PenFed's Paracash Rewards Card isn't just for military members. Anyone can get cash back on all purchases.
Ah, Figgins, you've ruined my favorite song.
PenFed Credit Union. Visit penfed.org/powercash. To receive any advertised product, you must become a member of PenFed, insured by NCUA.
Time for my challenge?
Let's do it.
This is a review. Oh, let me tell you what the challenge was. So the challenge was from Elisa, and Elisa said, find someone who claims to be in or used to be in the industry.
In the industry.
Now, this was hard, but not for the reason you'd... Well,
Because it was too easy.
it was easy in some ways, but honestly, they were so positive. Like, most people were...
Really?
Yeah, because if you say, like, oh, I work... Like, for example, if you specify, like, oh, I work in the dental industry or something, it would be like, and I work in the dental industry, so I know, like, I look really carefully for my provider or whatever. So it would be very specifically like, I have high standards and this person met my high standard. Like, it was surprising how positive they were.
Boring.
I know, but obviously I found plenty. The ones that were negative were the one that said, as someone who works in the industry, that those tended to be the negative ones because it's typically people just talking about something vague like restaurants or bars. So here's a 1-star review of Whole Foods by Mary. Also, it's like some of them were like, I work in the industry, and it would be like Dave & Buster's, and I'm like, what industry is that?
Gaming?
Gaming or like bars or
exactly. I don't know.
So one was Domino's Pizza, and I was like,
the pizza
industry, like specifically delivery. I don't know. So some of them are very unclear, but this one is of a Whole Foods, and it's a 1-star review by Mary. My boyfriend and I frequent this Whole Foods as we live in the neighborhood, and oftentimes need a late night grocery store since we both work in the restaurant industry. As someone who works in the industry, and since I search for it, they're in bold, so it makes it extra obnoxious. As someone who works in the industry, I expect friendly service and maybe a joke or two. At Whole Foods.
Oh my god. What the heck? Like,
especially at a late night grocery store. Like, it's not even middle of the day on a Sunday. It's like late night. I expect a joke or two when I'm running.
Entertain me.
I've had a long day at work in the industry. I expect friendly service and maybe a joke or two. We like to see personality. This Tuesday, I decided to pick out the cheese and my boyfriend the meat, and both gentlemen who helped us were amazing and knowledgeable. Beautiful service, ... and honesty.
And honesty? What did they have them talk about?
I don't know.
How do you feel about this block of cheese? Well, it's
cheddar.
truly
Tell me the truth.
a stark monument to the passage of time. Like, what kind of honesty
This
can
wheel
you do?
of cheddar is a stark monument.
Like, the Whole Foods employees didn't lie to me about the products? Like,
They didn't tell me a joke, but they were pretty
At
honest.
least they told the truth.
At least they told the truth.
Listen to a fucking podcast. Listen to our fucking podcast if you
This
think
is bananas.
like
So that was actually the positive part. So here we get to the negative. The downside, as we were cashing out, I needed to use the restroom and thus asked for the key. I was greeted with, "It's right there." Since I am a go-getter... Okay.
Wait. Okay.
I can't take this person seriously.
Go-getter.
Since I am a go-getter...
I got the key. What
That's literally Alexander what it says. Since I am a go-getter... But not in so many words, but you'll see. Since I'm a go-getter, I grabbed the key and ran down the opposite aisle per the customer service rep's orders. I don't know if you were expected to, like, be escorted there? I don't know. Anyway. Since I am a go-getter, I grabbed the key and ran down the opposite aisle per the customer service rep's orders. As I was walking out of the restroom, I noticed a gooey substance on the key handle. Yes, it's on a giant women's restroom sign. Love it. And as I was dropping off the key, I let the customer service rep know that there was something on the key. And her reply was, "Oh, like soap?" Wishing I knew he name. Brown hair plus on Tuesday at 9:15 p.m. I just stared back in shock that such a disgusting attitude had been presented. We walked out, and as I looked at her, she stared me down. As someone who works in the industry and deals with people both in grad school and in the restaurant industry, I am disappointed in her attitude and lack of customer service. Maybe she should find another job. End of review.
What?
Listen, I have no further explanation.
My God, I hope this person doesn't listen to our podcast. This is just not nice. I don't understand where this all came from.
So I guess she's bragging about going to the bathroom by herself. So pretty happy for her about that.
And then, but
there was something gooey on this thing, and the lady asked
after using the bathroom, so like wasn't beforehand.
Yeah, the lady says, "Is it soap?" And I guess she took that as an offense.
I don't understand.
Like, I think maybe she thought the lady was being, like, sassy about it.
I don't understand how that could be possibly.
I don't either,
like,
quite frankly.
Even using a tone, like,
oh, soap? I mean, I guess.
Okay, maybe.
But
like,
what else are you supposed to say?
What else do you say in a situation? There's something on here. It's like,
thank you?
Okay. I don't know.
I just feel like there's no way this person could have won this conversation.
Yeah.
With such a go-getter.
I mean, with this person, absolutely not. I mean, especially if you're not willing to be honest.
I was about to say maybe that's all she was lacking.
Jesus
Some
Christ.
honesty. Beautiful service and honesty.
Or a nice, like, wisecrack. A nice little quip.
At least, maybe that was the quip, and she
True.
tried to serve.
It fell flat.
Fell flat.
It fell flat.
In fact, it fell worse than flat. It really just
and then
detonated.
they threw in, like, grad students? What?
Yeah, grad school, capital G, capital S. I deal with people in grad school. There's a lot of
Congratulations.
bragging in this. That she goes to the bathroom by herself.
No, there was you're right. There's so much bragging.
Right? Like, oh, I work all day, so I have to find a late night grocery store.
Yeah.
I work in the industry. I work in the industry. I mean, like, I was nice enough to tell them that there was a mysterious substance on the keys that I totally didn't put there. I mean, I don't know. It's just baffling to me. And I thought the industry ones would be boring, but this one was pretty
nice.
Bananas. So I have a 2-star review here.
You hear that, Elisa? She thought it was this.
No, not
boring
the challenge. I meant the ones of, like, restaurant, because there's so many.
I know.
That,
and we've read many before.
Yeah, and I was worried that they'd be kind of like all the same, like, I work in the industry, so I always tip or whatever.
Well, and a lot of them are like, I work in the industry, so I know I would never talk to a customer this way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like this one though is that times 1,000.
Yeah, I couldn't really even understand this one, so I was just happy that I had the chutzpah to go further.
Sure.
You know. Do you just drop a
Exacto
knife on the floor?
I'm playing with your cricket tools.
Do you see who's staring at it and just...
Oh, okay, Mooney.
Yeah,
that's not
his
for
eyes just
Steve.
widened. He's gonna start playing with that blade in a moment.
It's covered, everybody.
Alexander just threw a knife at my cat.
Stop! I didn't. It wasn't even the covered knife wasn't even thrown.
Okay, this is a 2-star review of Midnight Jack Brewing in Oceanside, California. 2 stars by Gordon. Not sure how this brewery is still standing. As someone who works in the industry, the beer is subpar in my opinion. Went to the punk rock food drive, talent was great, beer was garbage. Tried a few different styles as well. I'm no beer snob, but I know what's good and what isn't. Too many other breweries making better beer to even think about coming here again. And now there's a response from owner. Catherine, business owner. We're still standing, Gordon, because people love our beer. Thankfully, the 300 to 400 other people that were there didn't share your sentiment and bought a lot of beer. Woot woot! Made for a very nice donation to the food bank. Have a nice day, Gordon.
I love that.
It's literally a food drive. Why are you being such an
that's
asshole?
so obnoxious. That's so obnoxious. Like, that is definition beer snob. Like, okay.
I'm no beer snob.
Like, you can
right.
have your opinion, sure, but to, like, present it in such a way, especially, like, with a food, going to a food drive, like, you're just being a snob here.
Yeah, and also, if you're going to be a snob, fine, but don't say you're not, because
True.
you might as well own it. You might as well own it.
Like, I think in this person's mind, they're saying, I'm not just a snob. Like, I'm not a snob because I'm right. Like, I have experience, so I know better. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they see it.
It's almost like an elevated snob. Like,
yeah.
they're not even self-aware enough to realize how snobbish they are.
Exactly.
That's dark. Okay, I now have a 1-star review. This one was just strange. All right. This is a 1-star review of Club Hotel Inn and Suites in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you have any guess as to what industry this person works in? Because there were
not hospitality.
Not hospitality. There were a lot of people in this specific industry reviewing hotels.
Huh. I'm nervous. I don't know.
Pest industry.
Pest industry?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
So I was renewing my termite warranty, which is why I searched I work in the pest industry, all hotels.
That's so funny.
I know.
Like, it weirdly makes sense, but
does.
like, I would never think of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be such a common trope on Yelp.
Oh my gosh.
So here's a 1-star review by Bill. First thing I do when checking into any hotel is a basic bed bug inspection. I work in the pest industry. I located one live bed bug within a minute, took a couple pictures, and headed back to the front desk. I was moved to a new room and told they would comp me one night. I was too tired for my travels to look for a new hotel. Finding a bed bug had no impact on my review. So keep in mind this is still was a review. His first thing that he does at any hotel is find all the bed bugs. Mm-hmm. But it has don't worry, it has nothing to do with the
What if he's like, I know how those suckers work. They're impossible to get rid of.
That is what he says.
Oh, okay. So he like, that's why he says he doesn't take off stars, is because he's like, it's expected.
They can't help it. So he says, I have found bed bugs in 5-star well-known hotels. It's bound to happen with the amount of guest traffic. But so then I'm like, then why are you going to the front desk to be like, to just get a comped room, I guess?
Well, yeah, and he moved rooms too. Like, he was hoping that...
That's true.
He was moved rooms.
So he finds the bug, and then he's like, I'd like a cleaner room, please. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. My rating is due to horrendous customer service and general housekeeping standards or lack of. So you offer complimentary breakfast and an evening reception? This means nothing. Customer service and cleanliness is paramount. Without this, you have nothing, and nothing is what you have.
Oh.
It's very deep.
You know the last time I read that? It's on the side of
Dr.
the world's
Seuss?
largest golf tee.
Oh.
It was a psalm.
It's a psalm. Oh my god. And nothing is what you have. As you can see from the pictures, yellow stains on the comforters. These yellow stains were found in both rooms in all 4 beds. The box spring stains, horrendous. Again, both rooms had this issue. I took more pictures, but they would be duplicates of other Yelpers, so no need to post. Checkout day. I got back to the hotel at 10:30 a.m. Checkout is 11, and my key card had already been deactivated. While a new employee was trying to figure out how to get me a new card, a gem of an employee named Adrian sat 3 feet away on her cell phone. I calmly said, maybe being on your cell phone while a coworker is needing help with a customer is not the best idea.
Why?
Wasn't it? It was really calm.
What?
Yeah, I need you to understand it was really calm. She lowered her phone, rolled her eyes, and continued on with her cell use.
Yeah.
I was speechless. Doubtful. I waited a month to provide this review due to how angry I was. So bad. So very bad. Anyway.
And so in this month probably added some flavor to it in his mind.
What's that?
Probably added some flavor.
His pest situation?
What?
Oh wait, what added flavor?
No. I don't know what specifically, but probably like after a month was probably like,
oh, I see.
Made up some things in his head and like did not have the right situation. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I did like yesterday, let alone a month ago.
I think usually after a month passes, you're kind of over it.
Yeah, that's true too. It's like, why is this still on your mind?
But also it's like the guy was just reactivating your key card.
I don't understand
It wasn't like
why the person would need to be off the phone.
bizarre.
I do not
So
understand.
bizarre. I don't know. I mean, leave hotel staff alone. They have to stand all day.
Seriously, and it's not like this other
Lord.
person was like, "Could you please help me?" And
I
it's
don't
like,
know
"I'm
what
on the
to do."
phone. I'm taking a
Exactly.
personal call. Like, what the hell? Like,
I'm
this is
playing
none
a
of your
personal Candy
business.
Crush right now. So that's that. I just thought I'm in the pest industry, and then it had nothing to do with anything. Was like really excellent stuff. Okay, now I got this email thinking, Abby, that it would be some help for my challenge. Well, no, Abby just want to make my challenge harder. Yeah, literally. Okay, so Abby says, "Hi, I love this challenge in that you're reading those types of reviews that are hilarious and awful, but it seems way too easy."
I did see that when it came in.
Yeah.
I was like, Abby. I was thinking,
Abby.
like, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, Abby, but also sit down, Abby. No, and then Abby says, "I wish it didn't sound like I'm criticizing Elisa. Again, it's guaranteed hilarity, but you guys are pros after all, so I wanted to suggest that you should get bonus points for reviews in which the business the reviewer used to be in is extra random or weird, like funeral home director, Civil War medicine historian, and or is related to an upcoming or recent theme. The bonus points could..." Okay, now she's creating like her own game show.
Game, okay.
"The bonus points could be monetized, and Christine, if you earn enough bonus points, Zandy has to buy you the new Beach Too Sandy logo tee." Which
No.
I didn't even add that in there. She literally wrote it.
I love it.
This could be...
where am I? How do I get points?
Don't worry, you'll find out. I think. Maybe you don't find out. "This could be an ongoing thing. Christine, congrats to you and Blaze. Zandy, I don't know what an appropriate emoji would be for your just as exciting Tinder news, but congrats to you too. Love you guys, Abby." And then under Zandy, it said, "OMG, autocorrect really wanted your name to be Candy.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
since
get that.
I'm she, her, she-fer, that makes me a sibling, so I have to go with the names you call each other most often."
Cute.
Okay. P.S. Christine, you would love Frederick, Maryland. It's super haunted. Remember when I said I went there? And I totally
Yeah,
didn't?
that's where the Civil War
Yes,
music
that's
medical
right.
whatever.
That's
right?
probably
That's
why
what
she
the,
even mentioned it. Yeah. So, Abby, thank you for like first making me like, hey, now I have enough difficulty in these challenges, but I took your suggestion to heart.
I love it.
There were unfortunately no Civil War medicine historians that I could find who had reviewed anything.
Okay.
However,
That docks 2,000 points. Okay. Continue.
fun fact is that funeral directors love to give reviews.
Ooh.
Love to. And positive reviews at that. So I hope this gets me 2001 points in my favor.
Yeah, 1 point will get you not much at all.
One twine of the
A
t-shirt.
twine, yes.
So they're both positive because there literally weren't any negative reviews written by funeral directors that I could find. Incredible, in my opinion. I think they really band together. Must be what it is. This is a 5-star review of ebook, The Making of a Funeral Director by Janice J. Richardson. Kindle edition.
The making of a funeral director sounds like some sort of like villain origin story.
It does. He's bit by a spider. 5 stars. What a great insight into funeral service. That's the title. By Amazon Customer. I found this book a great read. As a funeral director myself, I can recommend anyone thinking of funeral service as a career to read this, or if you are just interested in our wonderful profession, it is really informative. Thank you, Janice, for putting into words how you helped your community during your career. Carl.
I love that.
Lovely.
Cute.
And apparently Janice talked about, I read all of the reviews. I don't know, I was in some mood, but I read all the reviews, and apparently Janice talks about being a woman in a male-dominated industry, funeral services. Fascinating stuff.
My friend Lauren is
I know,
working
I
at a
was
funeral home.
thinking
Yep.
about
Mhm.
that. I have a couple friends from, or at least acquaintances, who are women working in that industry now too, so maybe they should read Janice's book.
There you go.
And then this is the last one. It's a positive. It's of Providence Jones Family Funeral Home. 5 stars by Tommy. I am Brad's brother-in-law. Sorry.
Who's Brad? Do we know who Brad? Okay, because I'm like, that's not the author. I'm like, we're like, it's by a woman. So I'm
no,
like,
this is a Providence Jones family funeral home.
I thought we were still in the book.
No.
No.
We've moved on from Janice's tome.
You know what's really distracting of all things in this room? Lots of things.
Dilbert candy machine?
The like fake jelly beans on the Dilbert like candy machine screen.
They're M&Ms. It's sponsored by M&Ms.
You're right. Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard to see from here. They're just like bright colored.
They're also sun faded, which does make
thing.
them definitely look like a.
Are you checking if there are any in there, Christina? If there are,
I
do
ate
not
them
eat
all.
them. Yeah, Christina. Like, hopefully, like 10 years ago.
Oh, oops! Remove and discard insert before adding M&M's plain chocolate candies.
Oh, okay.
Well, didn't do that. So they want me to take this nice picture out. Also, I thought of this Dilbert candy machine earlier because you said art installation, and that's what Dad always used to call this.
Yeah.
When I accused him of feeding me M&Ms all night, or Mom did, he would say, "No, it was just an art installation."
Art installation. Yikes.
I should plug it in. Oh, it doesn't plug in.
What do you mean plug it in? What does it do?
It needs batteries, apparently.
What? Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I don't even know how that's.
It'll look like his hand moves.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm just so thankful for this. Okay. Do you want me to put it closer to you?
Yeah. Sorry, when I brought up it distracts me, it wasn't an invitation to discuss it and dissect it.
Oh. Well, you should have clarified that sooner.
I will next time. No. This was just for future reference.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
All right. Good. So, Alexander, I know you're distracted, but to clarify, this is a review of Providence Jones Family Funeral Home.
Okay. Providence Jones Family Funeral Home.
Correct. This is a 5-star review by Tommy.
5-star review
Don't even.
Tommy.
This is not an invitation to dissect everything I say.
Noted.
I am Brad's brother-in-law and was allowed to help him with Christine's beautiful service.
Stop. Oh my. Wait, okay, wait.
I know this is now an invitation to dissect what I'm saying.
Because but if I didn't know what the challenge was about, that this was about people in the industry, like, or by people, like, I'd be like, yikes.
Unless it was a 5-year-old who was allowed to, like, be a pallbearer, like, hold the flowers or something.
Like, yikes. I'm like, what are they doing in there?
Also, to, like, ask permission to help, even as someone in the industry, is a very interesting notion to me. Like,
yes.
I know you have your ways here, but, like, in Maryland, I'm a funeral director, and I maybe can bring something to the table.
Yeah, like, this is very different, but, like, what if we're doing a live show and someone was like, hey, like, I have a podcast. You mind if I sit in on this?
Yeah, I just want to help out.
I'll, like, grab a mic and sit with you all.
It's just, like, to add my services.
Like, add this.
I feel like as a funeral home, I'd be like, how do I know that you're certified? And, like, how do I know that you know how to embalm a body or whatever?
It seems so weird. Like, of all things, I know my situation, like the situation with the podcast sounds ridiculous, but I feel like this is pretty ridiculous too.
Yeah, it does. And, like, obviously I'm not saying, I'm sure they allowed him to embalm the body, but I don't know what they allowed him to do. Also, the fact that he knows Christine and is Brad's brother-in-law, who I presume is, like, either the husband or somebody related to Christine. I wonder if when Christine died, she was like, okay, but just please don't let Tommy run the funeral. Like, he's gonna try and insert himself into my funeral service. I feel like they were like, let's go to this other funeral home, and then he showed up and was like,
read the will
can I help?
And that was in there.
It's like,
and they were
whatever
like,
you do, he's gonna try and offer. He always wants to offer his embalming services.
It's like, if he does force his way in, he's no longer allowed to. Like, I do not want.
He's immediately exempt from.
Nothing is bequeathed to him. He's like, fuck.
He's disqualified from the will.
And then he's like, worth it.
Worth it. I got to help out. So it just feels a little personal. Like,
but if Brad is the husband,
yeah,
then wouldn't that make
not necessarily?
Okay, I don't know, because I'm thinking of,
because brother-in-law could be either Christine's brother, or it could be
his wife's brother.
His wife's brother, yeah, like Tommy's wife's brother,
whatever,
or Tommy's partner's brother. I don't know. True. I don't know who's married to whom, if anyone.
We are making. See, that's the thing is, I love how we do that. Like, I was like, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't assume that. Yet we assume literally everything else. Like, we come up with this whole backstory, but then we're like, okay, but yeah, no, true. Like,
I've already determined that Tommy's an LGBTQ plus funeral home director who is related to Christine and insists on being involved in her embalming process, but Christine wants nothing to do with it.
There
I mean,
we go.
listen, I'm a screenwriter at heart, folks. What am I gonna do?
Man,
Not write a book
I
about
can't
this.
slow you down.
Oh, I am full steam ahead.
And
Okay.
I can't say you're wrong about any of it.
Someone
I
will.
can assume you are,
Somebody
but
will tell me, don't worry. Okay, 5 stars by Tommy. I am Brad's brother-in-law and was allowed to help him with Christine's beautiful service. I just wanted to let the entire staff know how much I appreciate the great job they did. As a funeral director myself, I know how difficult that job was. Thank all of you for allowing me to help with such a beautiful tribute to a wonderful person. God bless all of you. End of review.
like it was a nice, positive review.
I know. I made
Just
it
the
weird.
situation. No, the situation. I think we just kind of.
I just went off the rails a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
But it was
we both did.
It was a positive sentiment, a
Mhm.
kind, positive sentiment, and I'm sorry for your loss, Brad and Tommy, whose name I made up, so don't remember
Brad
your real
and
name.
Tommy.
Anyway, Christine, I did not make up. That one I left in
That's
there.
scary.
Because it was a little too on the nose. I thought about changing it to Alexander. I was allowed to help Alexander with
been nice.
Christine's funeral service,
That would
but
have been a great.
it was a little too much. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening today. I thought this was a very fun theme and a very fun challenge.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Thank you, Amanda and Elisa.
Okay, our theme is kind of similar, actually. I did find a suggestion by Michelle in our email, who was listening to last week's episode, I believe. And we referenced it today again, that museum, that Civil War whatever museum.
Oh, they meant the
Madison-
Creation Museum.
Well, you maybe could count that because the theme for next week is obscure museums.
Oh, hell yes. This is
So
excellent.
the examples were Spy Museum in Scandinavia or the Civil War Medicine Museum. So like
This is excellent.
yeah, very like specific museums.
We
I
didn't
think
even
would be
know
really
that
fun.
we were like pummeling toward this exact
Mhm,
theme
mhm,
whenever we brought up
mhm.
the Civil War Medicine
So
Museum.
true. Runaway train type thing.
Runaway Train Museum.
Mm.
Here's a challenge is from Brittany, who sent some impeccable themes and challenges. Here's a challenge. Find reviews where the reviewer blames a business or a product for their own family problems. For example,
Oh, a good
fights,
example.
divorce,
Okay.
maybe some infighting between
yeah.
family members.
Yeah.
So Brittany suggested businesses, but I also added products because
Cool.
I bet you Amazon has some doozies.
Oh yeah. I think I did that. Wasn't there some not that, but there was something of like they blamed a I don't know if it was just one review or challenge or something, but it was like they blamed a product for their breakup or something.
Oh.
There was something weird or their divorce.
Yeah.
I don't
maybe
know
it
if that was just something like was random. I don't know, but yeah. So this is good though.
Oh,
This
well.
is gonna have no.
Let's try
I
again.
think that's different than this one. So
Perfect.
because I remember some Amazon products, so now I'm trying to think of what that was. That's a doozy. I think it'll be good though.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will see you all next week.
Talk to you soon, everybody.
I'll be in Hebron at the Creation Museum.
Please don't take me. Bye.